Look, I've said stop, and my PLC stopped. So let me do another thing, friends. Let me show you something else. Now I have entered via the same way, but from my smartphone. So let me show my smartphone to you. Now let's move the smartphone into the view. Let's shrink that if we can. Now the smartphone should be visible to you. Look, you can see my smartphone now. Now over there, you are seeing the start key of our PLC. Now let's say run. And this time my PLC started. I mean, I can do this via the smartphone as well. As you have seen, I have connected via two devices at the same time. Look, let me bring my phone again. Let me bring my smartphone again. So this time let's say stop. And as you can see, it has stopped. Now I will put it in run mode via my phone. I am putting it on run mode. I'll say OK, and it switched to the run mode as you have seen. You can perform all sorts of operations through your smartphone as well. Now when you enter your username and password, the same page that you see on your computer pops up and you'll be able to perform operations. Now you can use your smartphone for this use as well as your tablet. Now after demonstrating that, let's continue via the computer. And friends, what have I done before? I have opened my PLC to the web server. I have provided remote connection via web server, and also I have communicated my PLC and my Moxa device. Now let's say that I want to monitor the status of the inputs and outputs of my Moxa device, or that I want to write something into the output of my Moxa device. Now can I do that remotely? Friends, we will intervene to the data in our Moxa device remotely. But first, I need to know the addresses of these in order to read the data via the web server and intervene them. Now, I'll write these addresses into my web server, and then I'll reach to those addresses and try to intervene those values. Now, I will read them and write them through the web server. So let's set all these up. Now, how will I do that? Now, how can I do that? I need to find its addresses. There, we had a table named PLC tags. Now, I don't know if we can find those values inside the PLC tags table, or if we can search them there, but something like this came to my mind. So let's create a watch table from there and rename it as Moxa. So let's create it and rename it as Moxa. Now the inputs and outputs that I wish to read or intervene in the Moxa device are those. So they are the digital input 0, 1, 2, and 3, and analog input 0, 1, 2, and 3. Now, there is a total of 12 values. Now, I want to find the addresses of each of them. So let's search that. Let's search for the addresses.